Ladies and gentlemen, they say that if you come back, it must be all right. They're back. As a matter of fact, they're back. Who are they? They are Brandy and they are Jennifer. Who am I? I am Willie Epting Jr. What is this? This is the Real Moms of the Shield. Season 2, baby. Season 2. Brandy is in the building. We're gonna bring her in here in just a second. Jennifer is actually at the game at the soon-to-be frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. So we're going to show her a lot of love as she's out there, of course, supporting Rashan Gary, who is back with a vengeance. He had a monster game last game. But we're going to talk to Brandy, and we're going to catch up with her. She's going to talk about what's been going on in her life. She's going to talk about what's going on with Jalen, of course, the receiver, one of the receivers for the Los Angeles Chargers. She's going to talk about we're going to talk about the game because the Chargers and the Raiders actually play each other this Sunday in LA. And then we're going to get out of here. So before we move any further, you already know what we got to do. You already know what it is. Come on, y'all. Let's go get it. The ShakeBack Media Group proudly presents Season 2 Real Moms of the Shield. Jennifer, Brandy, Green Bay, Los Angeles, Rashan, Jalen, Willie. Pull up, tap in, subscribe. Let's go. Yes, sir, buddy, we're back. I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and bring her in. Brandy Guyton. Brandy, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey.
Ooh, school's in full swing. Season's in full swing. We just got to get my boy back out there. But hey, it's football season, baby. We're back.
That's right. We are back. And as we said, Jennifer is actually in Green Bay at the soon-to-be frozen tundra as the Packers and the Lions are set to do battle in an NFC matchup, the battle for first place, fourth game into the year. So we hope to have her back on the next episode, and not before that, real soon for sure. But we got Brandy here, and Brandy, welcome back. Welcome to Season 2. Thank you again for your heart and your willingness to do this. I feel like there must be something in the making here if you decide to come back.
Yeah, I like it. I like to talk football. Easy to talk about my child too. So hey.
Well,
even if we are on opposing teams, but it's all good.
Right. And of course, I mean, we're gonna get to all that here in just a second, but we want to catch up with you. What's been going on with you? We know that school has recently started back up here in North Texas. Well, not recently. I guess we've been in school for a month now. But so what's been going on with you? How was your summer?
Summer was good. I enjoyed summer. Got to go back out and see the baby again. Ready to go back, but haven't been since then. So yeah, summer was good. I fully enjoyed it. Teachers, we enjoy our summertime. But yeah, school's back in and football's back, and I'm tired, but I'm happy, and here we go.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
That's right. And I'm happy. So
all right. Well, that is all gravy. The last time you were in Los Angeles was during the summer. Is that correct?
Yeah. I was there to see I went for right before the week before July 4th. So yeah.
Oh, it's been a minute then, a couple months.
Yeah, it has.
And it's always the right time to go to California.
Always. There's never a wrong time.
Never a wrong time to go back to Cali.
Especially where he lives, it's never a wrong time to be out there in like the OC area. So
yeah, Orange County, that is. That's where Disneyland is, and all of the Knott's Berry Farm and all the rest. And so we were talking off air. You said you went out there and you saw the baby. Mm-hmm. So let's get a small but discreet update on
little Little Miss Jude. Her name is Jude. Little Miss Jude is doing great. She's 5 months old now. She's got 2 little bitty teeth coming in. She's trying to crawl. She's doing all the things. She's the happiest baby. Everybody's so in love, and it's a lot of fun. So I can't wait to get back out there. Probably going to go in October, take my mom to a game, and go see her again. So yeah, just kind of waiting to see what they do, how they do Jalen and all once he gets back full. So right now we're just kind of playing it by ear for that.
Mm-hmm. And what is little Miss Jude gonna call you?
Honey. I'm Honey. Now introducing Honey.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, my kids think it's too much and over the top, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's too much, Mom. And I'm like, okay, well, when have I ever done anything that wasn't too much? Like, in your eyes, like, come on. I mean, everybody I know is like, oh my gosh, Honey fits you so well. So I'm Honey.
That's right, honey. Honey, it is.
That's right.
Well, that is fantastic, and we're happy to hear that that little Jude is doing well. Happy to hear that everybody in the Guyton family is doing well. Jalen is set to come back off the physically unable to perform list, or the pup list.
Mm-hmm.
Not after week, but week 5 is when he's eligible to come back.
Right. He's
How has
on
he
the
been
list through this week, and then he can come back full time with the team and everything. Next
week 5. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And how has he been doing?
Oh, he's good. He's chomping at the bit to get out there. I don't know if, just to give a little information, you probably know this, but other people that listen probably don't know, that he does everything that the team does aside from on-field in team practice. So he's there every day in meetings. He's there on the sideline doing his drills and, with whoever, running routes and all the things. He's progressed to that point. So he's been cleared from the doctor. But anyway, that was his designation starting the season, on the pup list through week 4. Something new to me that obviously we've never been through because he hasn't been injured. So I was asking all the questions like, can they take him off early and this and that? So no, they can't.
Mm-hmm.
But he could have gone back into full practice with the team, I think, in week 2. But to my knowledge, they haven't done that yet because, of course, I scour all the pictures of every practice and every game. So he's not fully into practice yet, as far as I know. He could have been today. I've been too busy to check, but yeah, he's ready to go. He feels good. He's excited. And my husband talks to him a lot about football and all the things and all the time. And he's kind of they've been talking about, they're probably thinking they're going to need you more towards the end of the year than the beginning of the year. So why rush it? So, of course the team didn't tell us that's why they put him there or that he wasn't fully ready to go, but that's kind of our assumption. And I'm okay with it because I want him to be fully healed and ready to go. And so I was excited to see how well Rashan did last week because, good Lord, he was just out there blowing and going and sacking here on left and right. And so that gives me hope for seeing Jalen on the field, to see how hard Rashan went, that, okay, he's healed, he's ready. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's healed, he's ready, let's go. So yeah, just ready to see him back out there in practice, and he's ready to go. And so hopefully week of the Cowboys, we'll see a touchdown or 2 or 3 against those Cowboys out there in LA.
That's week
6.
Week 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That'll be his first game out. Yeah.
Okay, boy, that I'm hoping the same thing, and not just because it's you and Jeff and Jalen, but because I love trolling Cowboy fans. Oh my gosh. So yeah, and so and for everybody that's tuning in, by the way, thank you guys out there for checking us out on Facebook as well as LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. 12,000 followers, Brandee. That's where we're almost at.
All right. Yeah. Hey, love it.
Been working. So and just for everybody's edification, remember Rashan Gary, of course, is the linebacker or edge rusher for the Green Bay Packers. His mom is Jennifer Coney Shepherd. As we stated in the intro, she's in Green Bay as of right now at the soon-to-be frozen tundra. And they suffered the exact same injury. Now, I can't remember if it's the same leg or not.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
But it was the same exact injury, the torn ACL. And if I'm not mistaken, Jalen sustained his first. Is that right?
He did. Yeah.
So yeah, Rashan came back a little quicker for whatever reason, but of course he plays a different position. And that may have everything to do with it as well.
Yeah.
And
sure.
yeah, he was a beast last week. And we
Oh my
texted each
God.
other. We texted each other on our thread.
Yes.
And I was like, man, this dude got 3 sacks in the same game. It's safe to say that he's back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. So
it's exciting. I'm happy. I was happy to see that and that he's there and he's good. And it's just I'm nervous as mom for him to go back out, but he's not nervous. He's ready. He says he's ready and he feels good. So let's do it,
Yeah. And the only way to find out is to find out.
Right.
Yeah. And Jennifer's going to be back on hopefully the next episode, and she'll have a lot to talk about at that point. And then when we come back, Jalen will have made his season preview, so we're going to have lots to talk about,
Yes.
especially if he gets 2 scores
Right.
and they win the game as the Cowboys. Man,
Right.
I'm telling you right now, I'm going to look for some Cowboy fans, some Cowboy moms to come on here so y'all can rub it in, so you can rub it in their face. Because I can sit back and not say anything and just let you do all the talking. So let's get to that, because there's been an injury in the wide receiver room in Los Angeles with Mike Williams going down, ironically, with the torn ACL.
Yeah.
So Jalen's performance and his presence, I feel like, is going to be way more important than it has ever have been. In a wide receiver room that consists of course, Keenan Allen, who's had this injury before, and then you have Mr. Palmer, and you have Jalen. So how excited? I mean, we never want to see anybody go down, and this is not about tearing down Mike Williams or anything like that. This is about the opportunity that's in front of Jalen. How excited are you guys in the position that he's been put in due to the unfortunate injury to Mike Williams?
Yeah, I mean, it was so sickening to see him go down. I mean, I didn't actually get to watch the game because I was still recovering and I normally go over to some friend's house to watch on Sundays, and this past Sunday I was just still kind of in recovery mode, didn't really want to get out, so I didn't go watch it, but I was keeping up kind of on the app. And anyway, I heard that he got hurt, and then the more I'm keeping up, like through social media, like checking Instagram, looking at Twitter, and the more people were saying like it doesn't look good. And so it was just very, very tough to hear that, and just disheartening, because you never want anybody to be hurt, and especially with us coming freshly off the same thing, like he's not coming back this season. It'll be next year, and so that stinks. They've had a lot of injuries out in LA last year, and to see one of your big time receivers go down stinks. But at one point in time, Jalen was, I guess when he left off last year, he was behind Mike Williams. That was his position. He would come in when Mike came out. The season before, he was pretty much wide receiver 3. Last season, they had him coming out after Mike Dubb. And so, it being one of his teammates and one of his really good friends, and, somebody that he has just learned a lot from, it's hard to fathom that. It's hard to, kind of swallow that piece of information that he's out now for the year. But like you said, it's next man up. So, that means that Jalen should be able to come in healthy and like pick up some of that slack. They do have Palmer, and they drafted Johnson from, he was a first round draft pick. And, but I believe Jalen is still the speed for the team. So that's what he usually is. They put him out there to stretch the field. And, so I'm just excited for him to get back out there and do what he loves to do. He's chomping at the bit. He's ready. And like you said, they're going to need this seasoned receiver that's been with the team, that knows the chemistry, that has chemistry with Herbert. And, I think they're going to need that. I saw that they picked up Simi Fehoko from the Cowboys. I guess he'd been cut from the Cowboys, and they picked him up. So he'll be in the wide receiver room. I guess you can never have too many receivers. I don't know.
It is a passing league, so.
So, yeah. But anyway, he's, I guess Simi will be out there now, and we'll see what happens this next week when they start putting Jalen back in practice and go from there. But I'm looking to see Jalen on the field. He's got the chemistry with the team. He's got chemistry with Herbert, obviously. So,
as evidenced by that opening, because of that,
right.
The most miraculous pass and catch of that season.
Right. Yeah.
Were you were at that game, weren't you?
I was. He pointed to me afterwards, and there's pictures that I got from the team, and he told me afterwards, he was like, "Mom, I was trying to point to you, but like every time I'm trying to point, like another teammate comes to celebrate." And I'm like, "Oh, he was trying to point to me before celebrating with his teammates."
Yeah. That's amazing.
that was good times. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready for more of that. So.
Yeah, and I was gonna say exactly what you said in terms of, he knows the playbook. He's obviously one of the main contributors. He always seems to kill the Raiders. So for that, I'm kind of glad that he's waiting until week 5 or 6 to come back. I don't want to see him against the Raiders.
That's right. He won't be out there this weekend against the Raiders.
Yeah. He always kills the Raiders, so we don't want that. So, but yeah, of course, wishing but nothing but the best. Now, you have the Instagram page, not just your personal, but you have the moms of the NFL page. And what I admire, one of the things I admire about you, Brandee, is how you post such supporting messages for all of the players, not just the ones that play on the Chargers, but for all of the players and for the moms as well.
Thank you.
And you're always on top of things when we see people get injured. I saw something when Aaron Rodgers went down with the torn Achilles. I saw something when Nick Chubb went down with the torn ACL, or the torn, where they're saying it's the LCL and the MCL, but he's going to be out for 6 to 8 months. So he won't be playing again for this season anyway. And that's the same knee that he tore up when he was in college. Yeah, it was the same exact knee. And I don't know if you saw either one of those plays, Brandee, as they happened, or leaving a little bit afterward. And I would advise you, if you have a weak stomach, do not go back and watch that.
I don't watch any injuries. I don't even like when it happens on the game and then they'll replay it. I can't even watch. I can't do that. Luckily, Jalen wasn't a gruesome thing. His happened. He said he knew when he jumped up that it was, for whatever reason, maybe the way he planted and jumped or what, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But luckily his was not any type of gruesome thing that's going to be played over and over for years to come. Because I can't do that. I mean, I wouldn't have to go look at it, but still, I'm glad it wasn't anything like that, because I can't watch that.
and the thing with Nick Chubb's injury, I mean, people were questioning Minkah Fitzpatrick, the person that, the player that put the hit on him from the safety for Pittsburgh. I mean, it wasn't a dirty play. I mean, we talked about it ad nauseum on my other shows. I will never believe that it was a dirty play, because what Minkah did was the same thing that he's been taught to do since he first started playing football. When you're a DB and you are going head up with a player that's way bigger than you are, that's got the legs the size of tree trunks, you're taught to take the legs out. Yeah. Right. So in that way, it wasn't a dirty play. But again, back to you and how you are so supportive of these players and how, because you've gone through it. And I think that is so commendable for you to do that. And I don't know if I ever even asked you this, but what was the premise of starting that particular page on Instagram?
I just would like to, and still trying to grow the page and connect to more moms, the NFL. I'm a part of the Women of the NFL Instagram page that's really big, but there it's mostly wives and girlfriends. There's a few moms that interact, but yeah, I just was like, I feel like there needed to be a spot for moms. So I'm trying to, reach out and try to get more people to add in, and, but yeah, so it's small now, but hopefully someday I can grow it and, take charge over there a little bit. But I just like to try to put out there, a lot of people don't know, they're like, oh, the Cowboys are playing, but like, if, I knew that Simi Fehoko played for the Cowboys, I think last year, because I asked Jalen, they had a Braden Fehoko on their team. And I'm like, are they gotta be, they gotta be related, same last name. And Jalen's like, oh yeah, they are, whatever. So I just knew the name, but I feel like a lot of people don't really get how much things can change, or even see the injuries and things like that. And so, I mean, honestly, every single time I see something about somebody getting cut or getting injured or getting, traded or whatever, like, I say a prayer and post, because it's a brutal business, and it's a brutal thing. It's not like me tearing my ACL and being out of work teaching for a while. I can always go back and teach as long as I can handle it. But these guys, that's their body. They're counting on their body for their job. So I just feel like it's a big deal. And maybe I need to post about that every single time I see something and make a post, I do say a prayer for them, because I know what it's like. I mean, it's a crazy business. So anyway, I just would like to connect with more NFL moms, and that's what sparked that.
And we're going to do what we can. I actually have a couple ideas that we can kind of text about a little bit later on.
Okay.
I have some ideas about that, because that is a network of, it's a sorority, because there's not a whole lot of people in the world like you and Jennifer and all of the other NFL moms. So it could be, in a sense, it's a sorority. And I don't know how the NFL, the league, or whatever would feel about getting behind something like this, but I think it's important that they at least look at it. And
Right.
I mean, outside of you guys and maybe a couple other people, I don't really know anybody that could make a dent, but I got a big enough mouth and I talk enough to where I'm going to try to make sure that it gets in front of somebody, because I think it's needed. It's a support system. That's exactly what you guys need every single
Right.
Sunday,
Yeah.
or every single week for that matter.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, you do. I mean, it's a big deal. So I hope to grow it and, connect with more moms. And, it's just kind of been something that it's been on my mind and my heart for a while. And then finally, I think last summer or last football season, I was like, you know what am I waiting on? Just start the page. You got to start somewhere. So yeah.
Got to start
love to grow that network from, past football moms, for past players and current, so yeah, I would love it.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm going to reach out to somebody that I know. Their son is not in the NFL anymore, but I'm gonna see if she wouldn't mind being a part of that, because I know she's on Instagram too.
Yeah, I would love. That's what I said. I would love past moms and present. Moms that are presently now. I mean,
Yeah,
like you said, it's a group. It's a sorority that not a lot of people get to be a part of. So, and we can all learn from each other.
Yeah,
It's
definitely
a
lean on
different experience. Yeah, and lean on each other. It's a different experience for each one of those guys. So, you can always lean on them and learn from everything that they learned. So, yeah.
All right, so we only got a couple minutes left to go in this first episode, season 2 of the TRMOT of the Shield. I tried to do the acronym, but I lost. I must be hungry or something, because all of the words are working together. But the real moms of the Shield, man, Brandee Guyton, Jennifer Coney Shepherd, who is on assignment. On assignment in Green Bay.
Right,
She's on assignment. So we got.
And I'm looking forward to talking to her, because the Chargers play at Green Bay, and I mentioned on the show, I guess last season, or summer, wrap up, that I want to go to the game because I want to go to see that Green Bay experience. I'm not going for the cold. I hate the cold, but it's going to be cold. But I want to go to Green Bay. So, and she had mentioned, hey, yeah, come on, I can put you in a suite. So, trying to hold her to that so I don't have to experience so much of the cold.
Well, I tell you what, I had been looking at flights and actually found one, but I didn't pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
And it was relatively cheap from here to I want to say Milwaukee.
Okay.
So yeah, whenever I see that
I have another mom friend that's her son's a long snapper for 49ers. She lives in Chicago, and I had mentioned what games I want to go to, and I'm pretty sure she was like, you should fly into Chicago and I'll pick you up and we can drive to, I guess, to the Green Bay because it's not that bad of a drive.
Right.
And so I got to reach out to her too and say, hey, did you want to do that? Because Jalen would, he would obviously provide the tickets for me and her because her son's not playing that day. But so I'm like, I need to coordinate with my two mom friends and say, Jennifer, I'm really looking forward to that suite. And I feel like when I looked at flights, that's why I meant to bring this up. When I looked at flights, I think it was kind of a little bit cheaper maybe to fly to Chicago instead of
Milwaukee.
So anyway, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited.
I looked at flights from here to Chicago, here to both Chicago airports, here to Green Bay, which is a no-go.
That's a real no-go.
Yeah. And I even looked at from here to Minneapolis because that's not that bad of a drive either. So okay, well, I mean, I still plan on going and being a part of the experience. Why can't the Real Moms of the Shield podcast be in the building?
Exactly. Hey,
I mean, I don't see why that couldn't be. That could be a way that we connect other moms to the pay. I mean, who knows what's gonna come from this?
Right.
So we will definitely make sure we stay in tune with that. All right. So the game on Sunday, the Raiders are heading to LA to play the Chargers, and of course, Jalen will not be available for that game. I'm still a little nervous because as of this morning, Jimmy Garoppolo was still in concussion protocol.
I saw that. Ugh.
Yeah, which might not turn out to be such a bad thing because Aiden McConnell, who tore it up in the preseason, might get his shot. And it could be Brock Purdy part 2
right.
with the Vegas Raiders in terms of that. So I'm not going to ask you to predict the game. I'm not going to ask you to predict the score. I already know who you want to win. So and you know who I want to win. So we have just basically gone from the Real Moms of the Shield. We have gone from a Real Moms of the Shield to a show divided.
Yeah, we are.
All right, Brandee, let's get out of here
for this week. I mean, and then until later on in the season.
Oh, you know what? I might have to combine the two backgrounds for the a show divided and Real Moms when the Packers and the Chargers play each other.
Yep.
All right, Brandee, let's get out of here. Any final thoughts?
Just praying for all those guys out there to stay safe this weekend and have good games, and of course, give God all the glory.
All the glory he gets, and that is what we like to say, and we mean it from our hearts, from our lips and our hearts to the good Lord's ears. And that's what it is. All right, we gotta go. We have to get out of here. So I'm looking for some music to go out on. Here we go, right here. I love this. Well, maybe not. It's not playing. Why is it not playing? What's wrong with my radio? Okay, let's do this one. None of them are playing. Okay, well, with that being said, let's just go ahead and get up out of here. For Brandee Guyton, for Willie Epteen Jr., for Jennifer Coney Shepherd, who is on assignment in Green Bay. We will talk to y'all again real soon. Peace. We will holler at y'all again. We out of here. Peace.